So this is just kind of an intermediate update video. There's not too much new. What I've got hooked up here are actually 2 modules of the 4. I've got the other 2 soldered up. I just don't have them connected like this. You can see that they're actually chained together, and then the output goes to the Arduino like before. So on my serial monitor I now have 16 bits of resolution. You can see that that's detecting as I move my finger across. A couple things in this video to note. I had a lot of trouble with the soldering, and then I had some problems debugging, and it turns out it was just a small piece of metal that was shorting out, and it was causing major problems. But I got that figured out. Those seem to be working fine, so I think I can chain the other 2 modules together. Distance with the LEDs. To give you a frame of reference, here's my hand, but that's about the maximum distance right now. Actually a little farther, probably another 5 or 6 inches is where it starts cutting out this infrared signal getting detected. So there's a couple things that I can do to that. I think this LED I have, this infrared LED, I think it's pretty cheap. I'm going to see if I've got some that are a little higher powered or anything like that. I played around using different resistors, and I figured out that that does, in fact, also control how intense it is, as I would expect. Just briefly as a test, I very quickly plugged in and unplugged the LED without any resistor, and I was able to actually get as far as my little wires would go. I didn't test it any farther because I didn't want to blow out my LED here, but so I think I can either get some lower powered resistors or a better infrared LED, or a combination of the both, and get a little better distance. So the next video we'll have 2 more modules. Again, here's the test as I run my finger across, and you'll actually notice that as I do my finger, it's kind of a weird order. It starts in the center and then wraps around the sides. And that is me not reading the spec sheet. I would have thought when you're shifting data out that A comes before B and B before C and so on and so on. But for whatever reason we actually start at H and then shift backwards all the way to A. So I learned my lesson again to read the spec sheets. But that's no actual issue. I can just switch the data around in software for what I want. And actually when I decide to order the custom printed circuit boards, I'll actually take that into account and switch that back around. So again, this is just kind of an intermediate update. Ran into some issues, but they all seem to be fine. I think I can keep going. So the next video, hopefully, we'll have 2 more modules.